2 months before my wedding, I came home early and found my brother in my bed with my fiancée. I didn't yell. I didn't negotiate. I made them both leave my life in the same night. 3 years later, my mom tried to dump the fallout on me. My fiancée and I had been together almost 5 years. Then she got fired for breaking workplace rules, and it shattered her. She couldn't find another job, and I ended up paying the bills and the wedding. To stay busy, she joined a local landscaping class. My brother happened to be in it, and he was the kind of guy who never took anything seriously. At first, it looked harmless. He gave her rides. She came home excited, talking about what they built. Then she started spending weekends with him instead of me. When she canceled our night again, I asked, "Are you sleeping with my brother?" She acted insulted. "He's like a little brother," she said. "Stop being paranoid." For a second, I almost believed her. Then my gut kept screaming anyway. And 2 months before the wedding, it proved me right. I pulled into my driveway after 9 and saw my brother's car. The living room was empty, but the TV was still on. Then I saw her underwear tossed on the floor. My chest went tight, and my feet kept moving. I walked down the hall, slow and quiet. Then I stopped at the bedroom door. Then I looked in. They were tangled together on my bed. Next, my brother turned, smiling, until he saw me. He started, So I grabbed the back of his neck. I yanked him off her like he weighed nothing. Then I punched him straight in the nose. I heard bone crack, and blood followed. He begged, "Hands up," and I hit him again. When he finally dropped, sobbing on the floor, I was done. My ex sat there shaking, trying to talk. I didn't let her. I said, "You have 10 minutes to get out." She cried, "I can explain." And I answered, "9. She stuffed a suitcase with trembling hands while I slid my ring off her finger and set it on the dresser. I called my parents because I didn't trust myself. My dad was furious. My mom patched my brother up and still told me to forgive him. She even offered to pay me back for some wedding costs if I'd keep the family together. I told her I'd take a check, not a lecture, and she pulled the offer back. My brother showed me their texts like it helped, full of flirting and her complaining about me. A week later, he called again. She was pregnant. He wanted to marry her, and he wanted my blessing. My mom called it God's plan, like betrayal was a baby announcement. I told her, clearly, if she picked him, she lost me. She picked him anyway. So I cut them off and moved away. New city, new number, new peace. I gave my dad my contact info and told him not to share it. 3 years passed, and then my ex showed up at my door holding a toddler who looked exactly like my brother. She handed me a letter from my mom saying it was my responsibility to support them because I was the uncle. My ex admitted my brother cheated the whole marriage and then vanished without a word. My mom had been paying for a while, but she was tired of it, so she decided I should take over. I looked at my ex and said, "No, not my child, not my problem." She said she'd spent her last money on gas to find me, so I gave her enough to fill the tank and sent her back out. Then I found out my dad gave her my address because my mom begged him. That betrayal snapped the last thread. I told him to lose my number and never come near my home again. After that, I tracked my brother down through a friend. He was living with a new girlfriend, pretending he didn't have a kid. I sent my ex his location and one piece of advice: hire a lawyer, file for divorce, and lock in child support before he ran again. She tried apologizing, again, and I shut it down. "Don't contact me anymore," I said. A month later, she begged again because he'd already fled. I blocked her. Not long after, my parents showed up at my door. My mom tried one last play. She'd refund part of my wedding costs if I took my ex and the kid in. I said, "Write the check and I'll think about it." She wrote it. I deposited it the same day. Then I called her and said, "I thought about it, still no." She screamed that I owed her the money back. I told her, "Sue me if you think you can." Now my brother has resurfaced because my ex finally filed paperwork, and guess who he wants as his lawyer? Me, for free. I laughed and told him to find another sucker. What would you do here? Take the money and run like I did, or was I still too soft? Drop your take in the comments.